The Recon class in Battlefield 5 has access to many different weapons, from bolt-action sniper rifles to semi-auto self-loading rifles. There is a weapon suitable for each situation you may find yourself in, but we're going to be narrowing it down to which weapon is the very best. As it stands, the Recon class currently has 9 primary weapons to choose from, with 5 bolt-action rifles and 4 semi-auto self-loading rifles. So we're going to narrow it down to the top 3 and then select which is the best out of the bunch. Now, this is quite difficult to choose as each weapon is good at something different, but for the first weapon in our list, we have the Enfield Mark IV, then we have the Sebslad 1906 self-loading rifle, and then finally we have the iconic Kar 98K sniper rifle. Starting off with the Lee Enfield, this is the beginner weapon for the Recon class, and you'll be able to use this weapon as soon as you pick up the game, and for a good reason. It is probably one of the easiest rifles that you can use, with a really fast rechambering speed, making follow-up shots on targets super easy, and this is the main reason why people use this weapon, just because of how effective it can be in close to medium range, even while using a magnified optic. It has 10 bullets in its internal magazine, which allows you to sustain fire for a lot longer than most other rifles in the Recon class, and although it doesn't perform amazing at long range, it can still be very effective at medium and even close range because of how fast it is and how many bullets you can fire off in a short amount of time. Overall, the Lee Enfield is a really good rifle, but I think we can do a little better. The next rifle we have up here is the Kar 98K, which is personally my favorite weapon to use in the Recon class and one of the coolest looking weapons, but that doesn't mean that it is the best, although it is a really fun weapon to use. Anyways, the Kar 98 is built for ultra long range shooting. It is virtually no bullet drop and an insanely quick bullet travel time, making moving targets very easy to hit, even out at those very long ranges. Unfortunately though, it does only have half of the Lee Enfield's ammo capacity of 5 rounds, meaning that you will be reloading this rifle quite often, but seeing how it is mostly used at those longer ranges, that isn't much of a problem. There is a few specializations that you can equip to make it even more deadly, such as the quick aim specialization, which means you can get your sights on an enemy much faster, and then we have custom stock, meaning that you are more accurate while moving, which is great for those pesky snipers who like to spam A and D like they're having a seizure. Machine bolt, making cycling the bolt much quicker, which this weapon desperately needs as the rechambering speed is very slow, and you can either have the bipod or the bayonet, but I didn't equip either as I think it spoils the look of this weapon. Overall, a super powerful weapon at long range, but it does lack quite a bit in medium and closer ranges. And for our final weapon here, we have the Sebslad 1906 self-loading rifle. The 1906 has an incredibly high damage output. It is 2 shots to the body and 1 to the head, and taking this rifle into a close range map, you'll notice that you're going to start racking up a lot of kills very, very quickly just because of that insane damage output. Now, it does have a magazine capacity of 5 bullets, which again is kind of on the lower side, but once you time your reloads right, it really isn't that much of a big deal. But my main fault with this weapon is its vertical recoil. If you shoot somebody at longer range, getting a follow-up shot can be a little bit tricky because of that vertical recoil can throw off your aim a bit, but that is only in the case if they're hiding behind a rock or somewhere where they're hard to see. But if they're in the wide open, that won't really matter all too much. For the specializations I chose, I picked the quick aim, the barrel bedding for improved accuracy while ADS, light in stock allowing you to move faster while ADS, and lastly the recoil buffer, which removes a lot of that horrible vertical recoil. With all of those equipped, you now have one serious powerhouse for close range and really far distances. Throw on the 6x scope and load up a map like Panzerstorm or Hamada, and you will see exactly what I am on about. Now, with all of this being said, I think the best weapon in the Recon class is the Sebslad 1906. Although this was a super difficult choice and I know this won't please everybody, I feel like this weapon is by far the best all around. As I mentioned, loading up Arras or other close range maps is no problem for the Sebslada, as the 2-shot body kill allows you to drop people extremely fast, and even on Panzerstorm or Armada, it still has a very effective damage output, even at those very long ranges. Now, I really have a blast playing this weapon, and I usually get 35 or 40 kills with it, so try it out for yourself, guys, and leave a comment on what you think, or go ahead and tell me how much of an idiot I am if you disagree with me. But if you enjoyed the video, guys, make sure to click that bell and subscribe icon to stay up to date with all of my future Battlefield content. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next Battlefield video.